The Bulls versus the Bears. Get in the game. www.tackletrading.com.
Hello everybody, this is Coach D with TackleTrading.com. Wanted to give you a market update just to make sure you have the information to be prepared for the Open. I'm doing this just shortly after midnight. I'm taking off and heading out of the country tomorrow. Get to go hang out in Spain and run with the bulls, so to speak. So speaking of bulls, here's where we're sitting on the market. You've got this nice slowing momentum style pattern out here, just kind of slowing down. And it's still pressing, and what we see here is kind of the volume lulled a little bit out there at the top. But it's picked up again here on what I'm going to call a high base or a flag. And when you're looking at the idea of a flag, it's usually coming off of a run up. And this accounts for a time correction or consolidation, and the market seems to be setting up on pretty decent volume. And won't be too surprised if it powers on through. But again, also won't be surprised if we get pushed back down into a drift. Up above that 200 period moving average, we're up above that 20 period moving average. So I mean, really got some pretty decent strength, and not surprised to see it taking a little bit of a rest here. But again, setting up nicely, if you will, for a potential breakout. So if you look across the other major indices, here we got the Nasdaq. More of a retracement type pattern. Same thing, high base. It's coming off of a little bit of a slowdown out there at the top, and it's still in the upward trend. And it's here, boom, a little bit of better volume kicking in, and it's up above all those moving averages as well. When you look at the Dow, you've got a nice high base getting back up over that trend line that's out from the long-term picture, up above all those moving averages. Again, up sideways consolidation can count, and we can certainly see it take off again. So keeping an eye on that. If there's earnings will be a big factor heading forward. Any other major market catalyst, keep your eye on the Fed. Always watching their monetary policy and interest rates, etc. Here we have the Russell 2000. And it is also putting in a high base off of a bit of a retracement, which has a known support resistance neighborhood, and again, volume picking up a little bit for it. So looks good. Here's that big downward trend zone out overhead, so keep an eye on that, and a known support resistance zone a little bit overhead. So it's got some resistance out there. Crude light, if you haven't seen it, it's popped. Had a good run, not surprised. Called this, by the way. Been talking a lot about that, where the old resistance could become new support, and we just saw an announcement that Saudi is freezing production, so we're seeing, we're going to probably see it continue to run here, and love the idea of a breakout above resistance. Good time to check out the USO or perhaps the OIH, or of course you can trade these futures right here. Now let's take a quick look at the dollar index. And dollar getting down further in that wedge, and volume's typical, nothing crazy. If we see a reversal off of a wedge, you're gonna see it break into here. Otherwise, it's hard for these to break down. You'd usually get more consolidation to the side, but usually I expect a reversal in this. I usually expect a W type pattern or something, inverted head and shoulders or something to form. But that's bigger picture there. Now let's take a look at the gold contract. GC, if you're not looking at precious metals, you need to. Strong, high base, big volume. Let me put this into context so you can really see this. You've got way above average volume, and it's all been on this big bull flag here, and you can see where it's broken out. Old resistance could become new support. Came in, put in a double bottom, and it's hanging out here. It's violated that channel. So I'm thinking to the upside, and I love gold and silver. I'm loving the volume. I've seen some projections putting it out at 1350 by the end of the year. So love that. And this is, again, a great opportunity for us to accumulate things like the ETFs, like the SLV for silver, or we can have the GLD for gold. Those work and be excellent for trading with the stock itself, with the ETFs or the options. Coach D with TackleTrading.com with your market update, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Que viva la España!